Top 5 reasons why you were broke in Star Citizen. Usually for new players, it's a little more challenging to get started with a new game, a new concept. Star Citizen is in an alpha build state, so on top of learning how to fight and fly and defend yourself and keep yourself fed, you have to contend with some of the game's quirks, some of the not so well appropriated things, right? Number 5, alpha happens. Loading up your ship with cargo and expecting to just take off can end very horribly with the ship just disappearing, just vanishing into the verse right in front of your very eyes. What's also the thing that happens is walking along casually in a cave and just falling through the floor to your imminent, infinite death, because as you're watching the sun, the moon, the stars, and the quasars pass you, eventually you will die. But until that happens, you're in space's infinite sea. Number 4, blowing a UEC fast. So another thing that a lot of new players do is we feel like we need to equip ourselves with the best armor, the best weapons, and make sure that we can defend ourselves in a fight. And usually that comes to the detriment of our, AUEC on hand. And, there's a lot of guns that we want to buy, and there's a lot of things that we want to, get into that cost money. But there's nothing like buying all this gear, going on a mission to only realize that, I forgot to buy a med pen. And you go to buy said med pen, only to realize
denied.
You're broke. Number 3, mining shenanigans. So you've managed to figure out how to get off the ground and fly and make it to other planets, how to defend yourself, and, you scrape up enough change to get a rucksack, and a multi-tool and a mining tool, and now it's time to go collect some ore. Okay? Some astatine. Off into the caves you go. When you get it right, it's a glorious thing. The minerals just fall down in front of you. But there's some times where you put a lot of effort in, and there is very little reward for the time that you spent. You get a little nugget, a little singular gem, But get it wrong. And I mean, get it wrong. It's gonna go south fast. And you are gonna need previously mentioned med pen. Number 2, not knowing the routes. Well, this is one of my favorite ones because this is a lesson learned for me. Just because you have a little extra UAC laying around because you managed to make a good haul, doesn't mean you need to just load up on random items. And you definitely need to make sure you check your sources. If you're going to go on Reddit and you're going to subscribe to the notion that you can make 2 million AUEC in 20 minutes, maybe that was true in 3.4, but as we sit here today in 3.11, that's grossly more challenging. So, loading up on titanium and making a run sounds all great. Titanium, it's a great thing, right? I mean, who wouldn't pay a lot of money for titanium? Okay, so you load up on some titanium and you head over to you head back to your ship. Head back to Everest Harbor, right? You want to go and make a deal. You offload it, get rid of it, make your money back and make some margin. Okay? Well, You do all this, you get there, you do the quantum jump. Yeah, you line your vehicle up nice and pretty and on the launch pad, you run into the admin area, only to be shocked with they don't want it. So you make a few more attempts. You go to a couple more places. You try to peddle this titanium. You try to get rid of it. And eventually you cross paths with, the right facility, with the right admin section who just so happens to want your titanium. And you get paid, and you get paid a nice chunk. Not enough for the effort and time that you've wasted and not knowing exactly where to go. For right now, you've been successful. Honorable mention. People just want to kill you. Yeah. Remember the whole thing about learning how to fight and defend yourself. That's kind of important too, because usually I find that most citizens fall into one of two categories. Super helpful and polite, grossly evil and maniacal. We saw that especially in the, if you were around during the Halloween Vandal helmet days, where people were tasked with killing 50 players, not 50 players the same time, or not 50 kills, but 50 unique kills, right? So that had a lot of people doing really weird things to get the Vandal helmet. You're just floating along in space, minding your business, trying to, EVA over to this mining pad. Don't mind the crime stat. And some just rams you in the back, right? And they didn't kill you the first time, so they back up and they give it the old college try a second time, and they get you successful, right? Or like here, you're lining up for just a perfect strafing run. You got everybody locked in. You're gonna bring your missiles online here. You got a good lock, good tone. Never mind the 3-to-1 odds, and it all goes horribly wrong. So here, you got some dogfighting ability going on. You're a light, nimble dogfighter here. You're tagging your opponent. It's going good. It's going well. You got them in your sights. What could possibly go wrong here? Oh, that. Number one, that sweet 30K. So this is really the name of the game here. The 30K is a very awesome thing. It's a reminder for me to get your house in order. Don't randomly do things. Time is precious, and make every second count. That's what the 30K means for me. So when you look at, loading up your ship, we're gonna take a nice chunk of this astatine here, and we're gonna try to make a profit. Okay. But again, in the back of our head, kind of like the Jaws music when you're swimming in the ocean. It's just a movie. You tell yourself, what's the likelihood of a 20-foot great white shark jumping you down, right? Not much. Or like you're casually strolling through the woods, and you hear that creepy Friday the 13th, kill, all that, you hear that in the back of your head, right? Those are the sounds of the 30K, because no matter what you do in the game, whether it's wrapping up, a 20-part mission and you're on the last leg, literally, you just got to find that one thing to get the money that you agreed to for the contract to wrap up the mission, and whammo, you get hit with the 30K. Like I said, you've loaded up your ship. Yeah, you got a plan. You just got to get off this planet and get to the next planet. It's not even a long run. You're not even talking about, 37 million kilometers away. You're talking like a couple 100,000, right? Like really quick, and then it's lights out. 30K happens. 30K. So I want to thank you for joining. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please remember to give me a thumbs up if you liked the content. Subscribe if you really liked it. And until next video,